everybody? Yo. So we had a hell of a fight card last night, man. Without further ado, let's get into it. It was Saturday, November 25th, man, in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was a Showtime card. Showtime final pay-per-view card, man. In this case, Showtime's PBC, Al Heyman, all those guys. They're going to be looking for another home after this. But yeah, that was the last fight. Damn. With Showtime, man. But yeah, let's get into it. The main event was David Benavidez versus Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. But before that, let's get into the undercard. All right, first what I want to talk about on the undercard was Lamont Rowe Jr. versus Hector Garcia. It's a pretty good fight. I feel like, it was for the WBA 130-pound belt as well. It was a pretty good fight. I felt like before the fight, Hector Garcia, had the upper hand. I felt like, he had just that one stumble against Gervonta Davis. I mean, Lamont Roach only had, he had a couple stumbles. He had a loss in the draw. But, yeah, man, I just felt like Hector Garcia had a little more than Lamont Roach, and I felt like his aggression and his just tenacity would drag him to the finish line. But he came in more reserved in this fight. He came in looking for the counter in this fight. He came in, not throwing as many punches as he normally does in this fight. But I'm not going to take anything away from Lamont Roach, because maybe he was a reason. Maybe his defense was confusing Garcia. Maybe his offense was confusing Garcia. So good showing for Lamont Roach. It was a unanimous decision win. It was a unanimous. No, it was a split decision win. One judge had it for Hector Garcia, and the other two had it for Lamont Roach. And I don't know how the other two. Well, one had it for Hector Garcia. I feel like it was a Lamont Roach fight from start to end. So, you probably could have gave Garcia 2 or 3 rounds, in my opinion. And for to put the cherry on top, Roach, that knockdown in the 12th round, that was that was everything he needed. Even though it was like a cuffing behind the head punch, I felt like it was indeed a knockdown. So good job, referee, and good job, Lamont Roach, becoming the new WBA 130-pound champ, man. I don't know where Hector Garcia goes from here. Maybe in a rematch with Chris Colbert. So both of y'all can redeem yourself. If Chris Colbert fight, I think he's gonna fight it next month or something. If he get that win, might be a good fight. Yeah. Next fight I want to talk about on the card, it was also a title fight. 12-round contest at junior welterweight. Junior welterweight is 140 pounds, if you didn't know. All right, it was Subriel Matias versus Shogun Ergershaw. All right, this was a hell of a fight, people. This was a hell of a fight. I'd be scared for anybody who gets in the ring with Subriel Matias. No lie. Shit, man. We know what he did. I ain't got to keep talking about it. But yeah, man. Ergershaw, if I'm saying his name right. It was my first time seeing him. He was 23-0 and 20 KOs. He looked good on paper. And he looked good his first 2 or 3 rounds, man. He was in that motherfucker guns ablaze. And I was even telling my little chick, like, damn, baby, he looked better than you on the runway. Shit, baby. Well, I was telling some shit. I said, he looked better than you on the beach. He looking good right now. Pause. Yeah, that boy was in there looking good until he wasn't. I think it was like the 4th round or something. And he started putting his head in there and resting. I'm like, why this dude keep resting with his head on, an inside like that, with his hands down? He was not putting his hands up. He kept having his hands down while he resting in the inside. And it was all she wrote. When Matias discovered that, that he couldn't keep his range, and when he did come in, he would lose his defense. He was beating the hell out of him. He was hitting him every time. When it was short range, I was like, bruh, put your hands up. He was giving it to him, pause. But yeah, man, it ended up being, I think, 6th round corner stoppage win for Matias. Eggershaw corner has seen enough, which I was happy they did. Like I said, Matias is nothing to play with, and you in there just taking flush headshots. You know what I'm saying? Not even trying to put your hands up. That boy looked like two different fighters. He looked like an amazing fighter in the beginning. Then he looked like an awful fighter at the end. So I don't know who the hell he is. I gotta see him again. But good job, Matias, getting that win. You know, retaining your belts. With retaining your belt, I think he's an IBF champion at 140, retaining that belt. And man, he's a player at 140. I feel sorry for Devin Haney. I feel sorry. I ain't gonna say T.O. kind of. No, man, I feel sorry for any of them niggas at 140 who got to get in the ring for him. Ryan Garcia, he's beating all of them. You know, I don't know about T.O. Him and T.O. will be a good fight, but I'm scared for Devin, man. I'm scared for Regis. I feel like this boy is a problem. You know, so I'm gonna put it out there now. I feel like Matias fight any of those guys, he's gonna win. I feel like I'll say it's Teofimo Lopez, Matias, in that order, and everybody else, fall in line. You know, I know y'all gonna say I'm disrespecting Devin Haney. He's new to the weight, man. He's a new 140-pounder, man. I don't know if he can hold up to these punches that this man is gonna be dishing out. We shall see. But good job, Subriel Matias, getting that win. All right, next fight I want to talk about on the card was Jamal Charlo versus Jose Benavidez. It was a hell of a fight. It was a hell of a lead up to the fight. They had a lot of, bickering back and forth. Charlo had missed weight by, I think 3 or 4 pounds. It was a hell of, it was a cool little fight. I feel like it was a good tune-up fight for Charlo. He was getting his feet wet back in there, but I've seen a lot of, chinks in his armor. I feel like he made it easy. He had that Charlo jab still, with that Jamal Charlo jab still. He was using levels with it, and it looked as sharp. The jab looked as sharp. I just feel like his timing was off. I feel like his reaction time was off, and I feel like his defense was off. He was getting hit too much. He was getting hit too much in this fight with Juan Montiel. I feel like he's been getting hit too much. Probably contributing to that CTE I feel like he has, hopefully he doesn't, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, man, I feel like he needs to work on his defense. If anything, he gets in there with the upper echelon at 168, and that's another thing. He's saying like he don't know if he want to, after the fight, after in the ring, he said he want to go up to 168, fight Benavidez, fight those guys. After the fight, he said he want to stay at 160, fight Janabek and Carlos Adams and those guys, So I'm kind of confused on where he's going with it and where he want to go. So only time will tell. And I feel like he should stay at 160. Them guys at 168 is big as hell, and you getting to hit that much is gonna be a problem. Imagine him getting hit that much versus David Benavidez. I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe when David Benavidez go to 175, it'll be a better idea, But until then, stay at 160, man. Get that Janabek fight. Get that Carlos Adams fight or Adams fight, and become undisputed at 160. Something your brother did at 154. Then think about going up to 168 and ending your career there with a nice hurrah fight, But good job, Jamal Charlo, getting back in there, getting your feet wet, and getting that win. If I didn't say it was a unanimous decision win versus Jose Benavidez. Jose Benavidez, man, he got shot. He came back. He's making money. He's never gonna be at top, at the top of the sport, man. I don't see him being champ. I don't think he's ever gonna be champ. But I see him making, money in boxing, man, and just being a solid opponent, because he's not gonna go down. And if somebody needs some rounds, Jose's the guy to call, man. He's gonna give your guys some rounds. All right. But yeah, let's get into the main event. The reason everybody tuned in, I ain't gonna say that. One of the main reasons everybody tuned in, it was David Benavidez versus Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, man. It was a hell of a fight, man. It was a hell of a fight. Before the fight, I thought only way Andrade could win is if he was boxing, man, and moving, you know, and using his feet and using that jab as his moneymaker. But yeah, and I seen the fight either two ways. He was gonna do that, or he's just gonna be on this, you know, in there knocked out, you know. And it was a former, man. It was a former, but he came out looking good as hell. He was looking good as hell. Fucking he was looking like Urkershoff in there, man. They both came out looking good, man. Looking better than my bitch on the beach good, man. It was looking good, man. But yeah, man, he slowed down. He came in there using movement, using levels, you know, being unorthodox like he is, you know, coming with that overhand like he does. And he was catching David. Even after the fight, David had some cuts and bruises on his face. He was cut up more than I've ever seen David cut up, you know, on his face. So he put some work in. But yeah, man, David's a dog, man. David's a beast, man. David's a fucking Mexican monster, man. He was walking that man down, man. It was only a matter of time. He was looking like Jason, man. He tall as hell, he big as hell. Pause. And yeah, man, he caught up to him, walking down. I think it was the fourth round. He hit him with like an overhand, you know, hit him on top of the head, kind of threw off his equilibrium. After that, it was all downhill. Andrade never regained his composure. He was all over the place, you know. He was trying, man. He got heart. I know he ended up getting KO. Was it a KO? I think it was. No, the corner stopped it in the 6th round. They said they had seen enough, and that was a hell of a corner stoppage, bro. I was very happy. I was like, corner, they need to stop that. I was asking Urkershoff corner to stop it. And I was asking this corner to stop it. Like, stop it. Sometimes you got to protect. I was explaining to my girl, like, sometimes you got to protect the fighter from themselves. The fighter is not going to want to stop. You know, his corner should stop it. She like, what are you talking about? You know, she don't really know boxing. She like, well, he doesn't want to stop it. They're not. Well, man, somebody needs to stop that motherfucker. And I'm happy the corner did a good job, man. They stopped the fight in the 6th round because it wasn't going to get any better. It was just going to get worse. I seen him face first. You know, that was my vision for the fight. So good corner stoppage. Good job, corner, stopping that fight, man. And good job, David Benavidez, getting that win, man. Future is bright for David Benavidez, man. I feel like Canelo Alvarez either needs to relinquish the belts or fight the man, man. Fight the man. Everybody want to see this fight. I know he's a fucking monster. You know, he's fucking towering over you. That's gonna be crazy. He like 6'4", 6'5". Canelo like 5'8". That's gonna be crazy. You know, Canelo's a dog too, though, man. He gonna be yeah, chopping that boy body. But it's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. But Canelo, man, make it happen, man. You know, that's your weight class. The man wants you, calling you out left and right. Come on, man, stand on business. You know, good job, David Benavidez, getting that win. I want to see Boo Boo in there with a lot of people. I can see Boo Boo in there with if Charlo want to go to 168, get your feet wet with a Boo Boo. If Plant want to get back in the ring, holla at Boo Boo. You know, I can see Boo Boo in there with a lot of people, man. Come on, man. It's only one fucking David Benavidez, so everybody else, quit running from Boo Boo, man, and make it happen, man. Get in the ring, man. But good job, both fighters. Fuck it. Good job, all the fighters on the card. Like I said, you can't play boxing. It was a hell of a card, hell of a final pay-per-view card for Showtime, man. You know, so long to you guys, and I'm wishing Al Heyman and PBC the best of luck in their future endeavors, man. And you know, Showtime, you know, y'all made history and y'all put on for us for years. You know, I'm grateful. You know, so long. Like I said, it was a hell of a card. Hell of a fight. Can't play boxing. But yo, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit, people. Rob's World of Boxing. Yeah.